What's up, guys? It's Azarin here. We are back with MPL 3 coverage of Week 2 Sun and Moon metas. So we're just going to do actually the top 5 replays for Sun and Moon for this week. I don't really know. I can't really give you a good criteria on what I choose for the top 5. You know, a lot of it is cool teams, upsets. Like I like cool teams, try to make it as un-Mega Metacham as possible. Like, I tried to put in as little of Mega Metacham as possible in this recording, so hopefully you enjoy them too. So, our first replay here is devoid of Mega Metacham, and thank goodness, and it's clearly versus Lycan. So, clearly repping the Porygons, and Lycan repping the Honchcrows here. So clearly he's got a water team, Lycan's got fire, so let's get right into it. Lycan leads off with Torkoal, clearly leads off with Gren. Gren goes for the Hydro right here, does 80% to the Torkoal. Torkoal goes for the Lava Plume on the Gren, gets the burn. We see that the Gren is in Life Orb, so could be Choiced or E-Belt or something like that. Torkoal goes down, Victini comes out, and Lantern comes out as the Victini smartly goes for the U-turn. Into Heatran, Lycan goes. Clearly he's going to switch out an Empoleon here as Heatran is just going to go for the Tectonic Rage. Nice move, able to do a gigantic chunk to Empoleon. Slowbro comes out now, and Lycan predicts, I guess he predicted the Slowbro and goes for the Solar Beam here. Azu comes out and another Solar Beam. I mean, then again, he can just spam it. But clearly he's got the Sap Sipper Azu on deck. But this Heatran has Toxic. This Heatran is well prepared. And Waterfall does about half in the sun. Earth Power comes out. Waterfall is able to knock out the Heatran. But the Grass Resist is gone. But I don't know if anything else on this team has Grass moves. So Lycan goes into Infernape. Clearly sacks the Empoleon to the Infernape's close combat. So down goes the Empoleon. Now clearly sends out the Slowbro here. Yep, and this Infernape does indeed have Grass Knot, but it does not do enough to the Slowbro, even with a Life Orb. And Lycan realizes that, so he's going to switch out into his Charizard as Slowbro goes for another Slack Off. Lycan's going to Mega Evolve into Charizard as he goes for the Solar Beam, and it's not able to knock out the Slowbro, as the Slowbro goes for the Calm Mind here, and this Mon is going to be a problem. So Azu comes out. Lycan predicts that, or actually he doesn't really need to, since a Fire Blast would have KO'd the Slowbro from that range. So now clearly brings out Gyarados. He goes for the Supersonic Sky Strike, supposedly on the Charizard, but instead it hits the Victini on the switch out. Victini again goes for U-turn as clearly doubles into Lantern, or switches out into Lantern, and Lycan brings out Infernape. Lantern goes for the Protect here, stalling out the Sun, getting some HP back. Infernape goes for the CC, does not knock out the Lantern, but Lantern just goes for the Volt Switch, unable to knock out the Infernape as we go into Greninja here. However, Lycan is equipped with the Mach Punch, and that honestly might be it, because I don't think there's not a Mon here that can outspeed the Mega Charizard and the Victini. So clearly goes into Lantern on the predicted Volt Strike from the Victini. Clearly has a free Volt Switch here now. Yep, Volt Switch is out. And we go back into Gyarados here as he goes into Charizard Y. Charizard Y goes for the Solar Beam on the Gyarados. Does not do half of the Gyarados as the Gyarados goes for the D-Dance. He's going to go for the D-Dance once more, and the Solar Beam is going to crit him, and that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Lantern goes for the Protect here, trying to stall out some Solar Beam turns and some Sun. Lantern goes for a double Protect. He does not get it. Solar Beam comes out, knocks out the Lantern, and at this point, it's just game. So Lycan is going to be able to clean up with the Solar Beam Charizard, and if not, he had the Scarf Victini in the back. So that's our first replay. Now we'll move on to the next replay. If it'll ever load, there we go. So this is game 2 of a best of 3, Iron versus the Thorn. At this point, Iron is up 1-0, and Thorn is using the same team that he did in game 1. I chose this replay because once again, pardon the lag there, but basically, God, fuck Discord. I lost my train of thought. Anyways, Yeah, Thorn brought this team to game 1, but Ein brought Ghost, so he was able to throttle Thorn into the ground. But this time, Thorn decides to stay bringing that team, and Ein's got ground this time. So, no Mega Medicham. Let's watch the battle. Ein leads off with Garchomp. Thorn leads off with Latios. Thorn switches out into Goth here as Ein switches out into Seismitoad. Gothitelle goes for the trick, tricking the Seismitoad to Choice Scarf, and he gets an AV, but the AV is immediately knocked off by the Seismitoad. Seismitoad goes for another knockoff since it's Scarf. Gothitelle goes for the rest here. And now Seismitoad goes for the knockoff again. Gothitelle is asleep still. Seismitoad goes for another knockoff. Gothitelle's asleep. Knockoff again. Gothitelle's gonna wake up. He's gonna go for the rest. Is he honestly just trying to stall the knockoffs off the Seismitoad? No, he's gonna switch into Wobbuffet here. I was wondering when he was gonna do that. So Wobbuffet eats the Cold Brew Berry. Now the Seismitoad is dead because he's locked into knockoff, and the Wobbuffet can just counter it twice to knock it out. 1, 2. Look at all that HP from. I honestly want this fire team. So Dougie comes out to trap the Wobbuffet. It does not knock out the Wobbuffet, but the Sash pulls through and is able to knock out let Doug Earthquake to knock out the Wobbuffet. So he goes into Victini, and Thornhead gets a U-turn out into Lottie on the Garchomp. Thorn doubles into Jirachi here as Ein switches into his Dougie. Dougie goes for the EQ, does a decent amount to the Jirachi as the Jirachi goes for a U-turn. So back into Latios we go. Hippo is now the Mon of choice. Thorn switches out again into Jirachi as Ein switches out into Landorus here. Thorn switches back out into Latios as Landorus goes for the Earth Power, not the Eye Power. Thorn switches out into Victini. Landorus goes for the Sludge Wave here. You should sense a V-Crate coming, and Thorn gets that prediction right, not into the Hippo. He gets damage on the Lando as the Victini's knocked out by a Sludge Wave. Ein switches out into his Garchomp here as this Lottie goes for HP Fire maybe, but he misses on the Garchomp. So, and then I'm sorry, that was funky. So, oops, I'm fucking up. Alright, V-Create. I'm fucking up. Sludge Wave. Alright, so now here we are to this weird Sandvale Garchomp because he goes for the HP Fire maybe HP Ice if it's a C team. And then Ein switches out into Lando, just sacking it, just in case Thorn wants to go for like a Draco or something. Now Ein goes back into Hippo here. He switches out straight into Garchomp as Lottie goes for the HP whatever, and it misses again. Out into Jirachi we go as Ein uses his devastating Drake. Latios is the play again, as Excadrill is now the switch in. HP Fire finally connects, it's super effective and does a decent amount of damage. Thorn is now going to switch out into his sleeping Gothitelle, which is going to be 2-hit KO'd by the Excadrill, but it's a Life Orb Excadrill, not Banded. Sand's going to run out, so we go into Necrozma here. Hippo comes out. Necrozma goes for the Iron Defense. However, this Hippo has the Toxic on deck, so that's GG for the Thorn right there because I can easily just play around the Latios with Excadrill shenanigans. So, yep, that's a GG. And Ein takes a 2-0 victory in the best of 3 versus the Thorn. Now we'll move on to the next battle. We've got 2 fairies here, so still no Mega Medichams on deck. We got Auntie versus Sarah, representing the Glooms and the Marvel Memers, respectively. So, 2 fairy type teams, and we'll see who plays it better. Sarah leads off with Coco, or Auntie leads off with Coco. U-turn comes out from Sarah. Into Magearna he goes. Volt Switch comes out from Auntie, and he goes into Bulu. Bulu goes for the Wood Hammer. It does not knock out the Magearna, not quite, as the Magearna goes for the Ice Beam, is able to knock out the Bulu. But now Sarah's Magearna is really low, and Auntie's Magearna could put in work later. Coco comes back out. Another Volt Switch is coming, and down goes the Magearna. Now Cleffy comes out, so that's 1 less steal on Sarah's side that Auntie has to worry about. Light Screen comes out. Rocks go out from the Clef. Sarah goes into his own Klefki as Anti starts setting up his spikes. Sarah goes for the T-Wave but misses, unfortunately, in the electric terrain. How ironic. And that lets Anti get up all 3 layers as Sarah gets up his screens. Now Anti goes into his Magirna. Klefki goes for the Thunder Wave onto the Magirna. Flash Cannon does 30% through screens, which is actually a decent amount. Magirna gets paired as Sarah now goes to set up his own spikes. Yep, Klefki gets his 3rd layer up as the Magirna keeps getting fully paired. And back out into Coco we go. Magirna goes for the Volt Switch here. Good play. Switch out. Into Klefki we go. Probably to reset the screens. Yep, light screen comes back out. Coco goes for the T-Bolt. And Reflect goes up from the Klefki. And down goes the Klefki. Now Coco comes out. And Sarah's Coco wins the speed tie, goes for the U-turn here. As Klefki is the sack. As Coco goes for the nice T-Bolt. But now screens are gone on Sarah's side, so that's a little tough for him. Bulu goes for the Wood Hammer, so that's Choice Scarf Bulu. I mean, I don't know. Probably they're using the same team, so they probably already know that, but I didn't. So Anti goes down to Magirna here, as Clef is the switch. Magirna goes for the Volt Switch. As Anti goes into Azu. I guess he's setting up here. I guess he's setting up a Z Belly Drum here. Yeah, he's going to set it up. He's going to get that Z Belly Drum action on. If my computer won't stop lagging. Clef goes for the Moonblast, only does 20%. So, we gotta play rough here. Able to knock out the Clef with a crit. It doesn't really matter if the Clef wasn't unaware. Bulu comes out. Aquajet is able to knock out the Bulu from 40%, definitely in range. We still have a turn of Reflect here. And play rough. Oh man, the grassy terrain helped the Azu survive, and the play rough, and the Aquajet actually on this Coco is going to be GG. So Anti takes that nice 3-0 in the Fairy versus Fairy. So we'll move on to the next Sun and Moon replay. Now we have the return of the Metachamp. We have the return of the Metachamp here. We've got Temporarius versus Lax, representing the Bucks and the Arrows respectively. And Temp has Bug, Lax has Mega Metachamp with that counter Zam Sash. So we'll see how this goes. Lax leads off with Metachamp, Temp leads off with Galv. Metachamp comes out, fakes out, the Galvantula does a fuckload. Lax switches out into Jirachi here as Temp gets up the webs. Temp switches out into his Scizor as Jirachi gets up his rocks. Mega Evolution comes out as the T-Wave comes out from Jirachi. Now the Scizor U-turns. Now we go out into Heracross, trying to put in some work here. Temp switches back out into Scizor as Jirachi goes for a second T-Wave. Now Lax is going to do the best thing he can and just Iron Flinch this Scizor to death. Let's see if he's going to be able to do it. Iron Head, Flinch, Iron Head, Flinch, Iron Head, Flinch, Iron Head, Flinch, Iron Head, Flinch. Oh, we're almost there. So he actually is going to flinch this bitch down. Yep. Holy shit. Yep. There it is. 3 more. 1. Oh, but he gets the roost. And now he's got to start over. And Lax like, okay, I'm not going to do that again. So now we're going to go into Victini here. As the Scizor goes for a roost. And now Victini can click V-Create. Boom. So goodbye, Galvantula. Easy sack on Temp's part. Temp now goes out into the Armaldo, and he can live, and he can... Oh, or he cannot live, actually. He cannot live, and now rocks are here to stay. So now we got Heracross here. This Heracross has Pursuit, so that's a good play. That's a really cool tech. It has Pursuit to able to knock out the Victini, big threat to Temp's team. Metachamp comes out, HJKs on the Scizor. Scizor gets off a last-ditch effort Bullet Punch, as Metachamp goes for the Ice Punch here, not wanting to miss. Back into Heracross we go. Lax switches out into Slowbro here. As Megahorn comes out, it's definitely going to 2-hit KO that Slowbro provided it hits. And indeed it does. Goodbye Slowbro. Now Zammer is in. As Heracross is going to go for the Megahorn, he's going to live with the Sash attack, and Psychic is going to be able to knock out the Hera. Now we go into Volcarona here. He goes for the Giga Drain. Maybe he could have set up on the Alakazam unless it has T-Wave or Encore or something like that. Medicham comes out. Lax goes for the Fake Out. Gets the Flame Body on this Medicham. But another Fake Out should be able to knock him out. Lax switches out into his Gothitelle here. Temp goes for the Fire Blast. He goes for another Fire Blast, knocking out the Gothitelle. And now Mega Medicham comes back out again. He's going to go for the Fake Out, knocking out that Volcarona. Now we go into Araquanid here. As Lax switches out into Jirachi, Araquanid is just going to go for the Protect. Get some lefties back. Protect comes again. T-Wave comes out, so Lax's plan is probably just to flinch this Araquanid to death. But he can't do that if he gets a Skull Burn, but no Skull Burn happens for Temp, unfortunately. Protect comes out from the Araquanid, now this Jirachi's going for the Iron Head. Now my computer's lagging like a motherfucker. Boom, Iron Head, flinch. Same story here, and in case you can't tell, the series of Protect and Iron Head, slowly but steadily, the Araquanid is getting worn down, and the Jirachi goes for the Healing Wish, I guess, at some point, just to bring in the Medicham, and it's all over from there. So, that's a GG. Lax is able to take a 1-0 victory in that match. And we'll move on to the final replay of Week 2. Final replay has a Mega Medicham in it, but we have Bird Jesus on the other side. No matter what versus Wanka here. So, let's get it started. No Matter leads off with Diggersby as Wanka leads off with Victini. Matter switches out into his Porygon here to take the hit. This Victini goes for the V-Create, doing a decent amount to the Porygon. Wanka switches out into his Jirachi as the Porygon goes straight for the T-Wave. Recover comes out as the Jirachi goes for a U-turn. And now we bring in the monster Mega Medicham here. And No Matter's just going to straight up sack his Porygon. I honestly doubt that HJK mattered. Mega Pidgeot comes out, and this thing is actually going to put in some decent work. Hurricane comes out, doing half to the Gothitelle. Wanka's going to switch out into his Jirachi as No Matter goes for the Hurricane again. Now he can go straight for the Heat Wave here. Boom, gets a nice crit. And the Jirachi gets fully parried. Oh, so that's unfortunate for Wanka. Now he's going to go out into Gothitelle, probably just sacking it. Yep, No Matter's going to go for the U-turn, so Burgess is going to put in a lot of work. Mega Medicham comes out. This Diggersby is Scarf Diggersby, and that should be it. That should be it. That's Scarf Diggersby, and now the Mega Medicham is gone. The Monster Threat is gone. Wanka goes into Victini. No Matter goes into his Ditto to take the V-Crate, and now he can dish out his own back or threaten him out with a U-turn as he does. Slowbro has a Rocky Helmet though, whittling the Ditto a little bit. But back on the Bird Jesus we go. So No Matter should get a kill. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the kill, and he gets T-Wave here. Out comes Jirachi as Pidgeot goes straight for the U-turn. Into Porygon Z we go. No Matter is going to go for the Z conversion, and it's Z conversion electric. Haven't seen electric in quite a while. As the Jirachi goes for the U-turn here. And now Victini comes out. And can No Matter live a V-Create? Yes, he can. He can live it with 2%. And T-Bow is definitely going to knock out the Victini. And at that point, it should be curtains. Ice Beam comes out, knocks out the Latios. Yeah, the hacks that happened to Wanka sucked at like crit full para on the Pidgeot, but that, I guess it happens. And the Scarf Diggersby, I think he should have scouted at least for the Scarf Diggersby, bringing in like the Diggersby on the Medicham. It doesn't that like odd? It's either like Sash or Scarf or something like that. So just to be safe, I mean, Slowbro can take any hit except for like a Wild Charge, but I don't think anybody runs Wild Charge Diggersby mono. But those are the replays that I found the most interesting. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time with another video, MPL or a ladder live. Peace.